Disadvantages of being left-handed. The table of contents. In slide 1, the introduction. Slide 2 will cover what makes you left-handed. Slide 3 will talk about how common it is to be left-handed. Slide 4, the differences between being left and right-handed. Slide 5, the everyday life being left-handed. Slide 6, disadvantages of being left-handed. Slide 7, future implications. Slide 8 is the conclusion, and then slide 9, I'll display the citations. My name is Tyra Moore, and in my presentation, I will be discussing the advantages of being left-handed. Like everything, including being right-handed, being left-handed has its advantages as well as its disadvantages. What makes you left-handed? Hand preference, also known as handness, is the capacity to be more proficient at utilizing one hand over the other when performing tasks such as writing. Early infancy is when hand preference becomes more noticeable and tends to remain constant throughout life, but nothing is understood about its biological foundation. The distinctions between the left and right hemispheres of the brain are linked to handness. Movement on the left side of the body is regulated by the right hemisphere of the brain, and movement on the right side is regulated by the left hemisphere of the brain. How common is it to be left-handed? Since the Stone Age, those who are right-handed have dominated throughout history. By measuring the arm bones in ancient skeletons and looking at wear patterns on prehistoric implements, researchers were able to determine it. 10 to 15% of people are left-handed, whereas 85 to 90% of people are right-handed. It is rare to be mixed-handed, meaning that one cannot perform one task as well as the other, meaning you can't do one thing with both hands just as well. The differences between being left and right-handed. Many intriguing questions arise from the distinctions in the left-handed brain and the activities that left-handers do differently. Researchers found that among left-handed individuals, the left and right hemispheres of the brain were more coordinated and had better connections in the language-related areas. People who are left-handed tend to think differently in many aspects. There are psychological as well as societal explanations for this. Everyday life being left-handed. The majority of the world is designed with right-handed people in mind. As a result, left-handed people face a variety of difficulties that right-handed people do not. They think differently in daily life because they have to perform daily chores in a society that accommodates a person who is dominant with the right hand. The world is geared for right-handers, and lefties must face numerous tiny challenges on a daily basis that right-handers might not give a second thought to. The disadvantages of being left-handed, and these are just a few among many. Number 1, the common scissor people use is designed for right-handed people, making them harder for left-handed people to use. Number 2, stick shifts for cars are located on the driver's right side. On the left side are controls that are used less frequently, including the headlight switches. Number 3, numerous studies have shown that left-handedness is linked to a higher risk of various kinds of injuries. And lastly, number 4, studies have shown that lefties live shorter lives and are more likely to become alcoholics. People who are left-handed also make less money than those who are right-handed. Future implications. Even with what we currently know, there are still many aspects of handness that raise uncertainties. The nature of handness and brain asymmetries will undoubtedly be further explored over the course of the next 10 or more years, and this research may provide answers to some challenging and intriguing topics. Therefore, research on handness and lateralization should be highly intriguing in the future. Conclusion. Over the past years, researchers have discovered a lot about handness, and there's still plenty of research left to be done in order to have a complete and full understanding of everything to know about the topic. Left-handed people have a lot of disadvantages being in a world that is mostly custom to those who are right-handed. Although it makes sense because majority of the population is right-handed, left-handed people don't have many things that accommodate their dominant hand. These are the citations.